Hello everyone and welcome to Sage's Tabletop Table Talks. I'm Sage, this is my tabletop, and I'm going to talk to you about tabletop role-playing games. I'm sorry my rig's a little weird today because, well, the place I normally record is currently being used. We're taking down our Thanksgiving decorations and getting our Christmas ones out, so the table's kind of covered in boxes in transition at the moment. So hopefully what do you ever call it? This setup is gonna work, but I teased this not too long ago. Um, this is popular among D&D content creators, so I'm going to take you all on a dice tour. So this is one D20 I have. I don't know what game this is from. My brother actually gave this to me. It's kind of pretty. So this is a D20. This is a roll down D20, so it'd be useful if you're playing Magic the Gathering, which I don't really, but you see how the numbers kind of go back from, you can kind of move it one step, 12, 11, 10, as opposed to traditional D20s, which have the opposite numbers on each side. So 20 on one side, and you flip it completely around for the 1. But yeah, it's pretty, but I don't particularly care for roll down dice, and for really no reason than I'm a traditionalist, and just traditional dice have the opposites. So 1 on a d6, a 1 and a 6, a 4 and a 3. Well, yeah, a 4 and a 3. No. And then 2 and 5, basically adding up to the number of sides plus 1. So every opposite side should add up to 7. But yeah, I kind of like this. But this set here is my main set. This is the ones I mostly used to play in my Cosplay Deviants bag, which came from a Gen Con. I prefer Cosplay Erotica, personally, but, you know, take the swag you can get. But if Cosplay Erotica wants to send me a dice bag, you know, I'm not going to say no. Yeah, it's my main set. It's green, gold numbers. I just like the color. I'm a big fan of the color green. Two favorite colors are green and purple. And for those of you who don't know what a traditional dice set is, it's these 7 dice. You start the smallest one. And the nomenclature for how to name a dice is, it's the number D, or the letter D, and then the number of sides. So this is a D4, 6 sides, D6. Here's a D8. This is a D10. This is called a D percentile. It's a D10, but with 10s and 10s instead of 1s. And you can roll these to generate a percentage. See, 22%. Then a D12. This poor little guy has forgotten. Almost nobody but barbarians use D12s, sadly. Yeah, they're just not used as much as they should, and I really like D12s. And then lastly, your D20. This is a number of games, especially games that are inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, use a 20-sided die, generating a number from 1 to 20, so D20. And you would say the number, here's another one. I don't have a set of these. This is just a speckled purple D6 I really like. But if you're going to roll dice, you would say something like, okay, roll 2d6. So 2, number of dice, then d6. 2 6-sided dice. 6. Generating a number between 2 and 12. The more dice you have, and I talked about this with the dice, how do they work video. The more dice you have, the sharper your bell curve, the more likely you are to reach center. So on 2d6, you're way more likely to roll, you're not way, but you are more likely to roll a 7 than you are on a d12, which generates a similar array of numbers. But anyway, since we're talking about them, I have these dice for playing since we're talking about d10s, let me get you guys back in your bag. I'm just saying, if anybody wants to sponsor these videos, you can send me a dice bag, and I will absolutely play. Cosplay Deviants is it's a company that does adult modeling, heavily focused on cosplay. So yeah, if you guys want an advertisement, send me a dice bag so I can use it. But anyway, in using D, the D percentiles, if you're ever playing Fatal, the game will ask you to roll like D millions. So luckily I have these. Here's my D1000, D10,000, or this D100,000, and a D million right here. So yep, I can generate all kinds of numbers. Now, if you have a game that's actually using these dice, rethink your game because this is a bad system. If you require more gradiency than a percentage has, you need to rethink how precise your game is, because this level of precision is unnecessary. But they're really cool, so I like them. I like this pink one here. No, just because I get this D10 million. Do I have a D million? I have to have one somewhere. I'm not digging it. I have more dice that I'm going to show you guys today. These are just some of the ones I really like. I might do more of a dice tour at some point in the future, but as for right now, I'm just showing you some of the ones. The other set I really like, I showed you my green one. I just have a couple of them out. Is this blue set here? Man, the blue's kind of hard to see, but it's blue and it's semi-transparent. You can kind of see it. I like that set too. But anyway, I also have some other dice of interest. So this is a 6-sided die I got. Not from Vegas or Atlantic City, but near where I live, Wheeling Island. It's a casino, so this is a 6-sided dice. There's nothing more precise than casino dice. These, and you can feel, if you ever get one, a Vegas dice or whatever, you can feel how sharp the edges are. So generally, when you get a dice, they injection mold them, and then they rock tumble them. So they get in a rock tumbler and boom, boom, boom. And this rock tumbler kind of chips off any of the injection mold points. These dice, and I have another set I'm going to show you here in a minute, are actually cut down. This one has a hole drilled in it, so you can see it's been used and basically no longer commission. If you go, they sell them for relatively cheap. My wife got it for me when she went out. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she went out. So, once they use these dice enough, they put holes in them. And that way they know that they're no longer in use. And then they sell them for pennies on the dollar, really, to people who want to buy them. I was going to save these for later, but I'll just go ahead and show you these. These are my game science dice. I have a set of D10. I got these a lot when I was playing Scion. I like the coloring of these two. They look really pretty. Game science no longer exists because honestly, the business model he had was not great, but shoot, where's the D10? You can almost see the difference in the points, how round this one is and how sharp this one is. Not quite as they are not quite as accurate as Vegas dice, but they are close. Because once again, then I have a more traditional set, one in black, one in brown. But yeah, they are. Once again, you can really see the point on the D8s. The D4s are often referred to as caltrops but the only thing worse in this, the only pain you can have in this world worse than stepping on, these ones have the heads chopped off of them. The only pain worse in the world than stepping on a Lego is stepping on a D4. These things, they got the nickname caltrops because they always land point up. And trust me, you do not want to step on a D4. But yeah, these, instead of being rock tumbled to kind of round them out, they are actually laser cut. They're actually also kind of softer dice. It's not something I can really show you on camera, but if you touch them and they feel softer than most dice, which are fine. I like them. I don't use them a lot because honestly, they're really especially like my 20-sided here, because the white coloring ran off of it. They get kind of hard to read. Yeah, especially my D10s, like you can see here, D10. And you can see they are semi-translucent. Well, they are translucent, so that's kind of cool. They make you can look into them and see little stars. Anyway, yeah, so those are kind of the regular dice I have. Now I have a whole bunch of fun, stupid dice. Oh, there you go. This is a D7. This is a D3. Dice with odd numbers are useless. They suck. I don't like them. A lot of games do use 3-sided dice. I prefer just using a traditional 6-sider. And if I roll over a 3, I subtract 3. So that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3. Yeah, so there they are. Those are my odd shaped dice. I don't like them, and I would never use them. If a game asked me to roll a D7, I would just ask, why are we not rolling D8s? All right. So some of the other dice I have, these are D6. I actually have 4 of them, but I only got 2 of them out because that's all I need to show you. These are fantastic for rolling stats on your... Oops. Here. Let me try it again. Oh, I did roll a 4. As you can see, not 100% of the time, but as you see, there's a certain number coming up more often than others. I have 4 of them, and they are great for rolling your stats in D&D. Because they are weighted. They are weighted towards 6. So these are actually weighted dice, weighted towards 6. Oops, get back here. So if you roll 4 of these, even though you drop the lowest, you're probably going to end up with 18s most of the time. Yeah, they are cheater dice. And this is Jelly the cat, because she ignores me all week until it's time to record. Please do not knock my camera over. It is hanging on by a thread. Here's one good if you're playing Scrabble. Just shows letters. Oh, get back here. See, the problem with dice like this, it's got 20... I think it's a 28-sided die. But as you can see, the more sides you add to a die, the more they actually just kind of wander off. That's why anything more than a 20-sided dice, just really, I don't care for them. Speaking of, here's my D30. This is good if you're playing Labyrinth Lord or Dungeon Crawl Classic, because both of those ask for D30s, and you should use a different system because forcing players to use D30s is a bad system. Oh, here's a nice D20 I have. So I use this D20 in one session because I thought it would be funny. And now normally if you spin them around, you would get 1, right? You can see it's different size. 20 by 19 and 13. 20 by 14, 2, and 8. Yeah, this has a 20 where the 1 should be. So I use this during one session just because I thought it'd be funny. All the players I play with were fine with it. I showed it to them afterwards, and the whole session I never once rolled a 20. So, that showed me fate. But yeah, I showed them this die. I'm like, yeah, check out this die. Do you see anything weird with it? Yeah, this is another cheater die. And all my players know, and I don't use this. I wouldn't use this die ever in any real serious context. The people I were playing with, we were just kind of... We have very casual games, so this was a fun one I just used it once. But it's a fun one to have. Most of my other dice are all weird gimmicky dice. Like this one is Days of the Week. So I guess if you're ever looking for... It's like, okay, what day is it today? It is Wednesday. Let me see here. Where's some? Oh, this one is for critical hits. Left leg. And I know a lot of games really like critical hit charts. Right foot. Get back here. Full body. Right arm. There's a lot of games out there that do have critical hit charts. I I don't care for them, and I could go into a reason why in another video. But overall, it just comes down to metrics. A player's way more likely to get fucked over by a critical hit than a monster is. But yep, so this one's good if you're doing critical hits and spots. Actually, be good for Mech Warrior too, because Mech Warrior kind of has hit locations. I guess any game with hit locations, really. Nope. Come on, rolling. So here's Zodiac signs. This is good. This is a good encounter dice for if you're doing a random NPC encounter, friend, foe, and okay, I guess it's just friend or foe. I thought I had a neutral in here, but I guess not. Oh, speaking of actually useful dice, this one is my Fate dice. I've never gotten a chance to play Fate yet, or I guess they're called fudge dice sometimes. +1, -1, no change in number. How Fate works, you get 4 of these suckers and you roll them. So I'd roll 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 zeros and 2 pluses. That grants me a +2. My other ones are in my big dice bag, but it's so full of dice right now I don't feel like digging them out. But yep, so this one is good. This one, it's all +1s, -1s, and no changes. Let's see what else I got here. That'll be fun. Here's a direction one. Back. So back, right, forward, left, down, and up. I don't know what you use this for, but yep, it's got directions on it. And here's a D. Oh, I got 2 D6s in Japanese. Ish, ni. Where's san? Ish, ni. There's san. San. She. Dang, I cannot remember this. I think this is go and this is roko. Ishni san shi go roko. Shichi hashi kuju jushu ni san yushiju go juroko. Just to show off a little bit. Yep, these are my. I can't remember which one's 5 and 6. I think this is 5. I think that one's 5 right here. And since we're on that, here is my D10. There's eins. There's zwei, which is 3. I don't. Seiben, I think a Seiben be 7. Drei, which is 2. Eins, drei, yeah, 2. Eins, drei. So eins is 1, the opposite. Zen, would Zen be 10? Probably. I speak very little German, which is really sad considering my family is predominantly from German heritage. Yep. Oh, what else we got here? This is good for you, Math Whiz. Not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, less than and greater than. Just to bring you back to some middle school nightmares of the little, you know, greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Jelly, get out of the cabinet. Damn cats. Oh, let's see what else we got. Oh, here's a D10 with pips. This is a terrible idea. Someone please give me a D20 with pips. That would be the most nightmarish thing on this planet to have to read. What else we got here? I got weight, pounds, ounce, tons. Here's a question dice. When? I guess this would be good if you were building a mystery. I mean, none of these dice are actually that useful, but this would be kind of fun building a mystery. Okay, what's the question? Where did it happen? I've got some of the better ones I'm saving for last just because some of them. Here's parts of speech. Adjective, verb. What's this? Adjective, verb, noun. Boo-doo-doo. Oh, not here. I got a currency dice. 1 cent, 50 cents, $1, 10 cents. 25 cents. 5 cents. All right, I guess we're actually going to start getting into some of the fun dice. Alignment dice. So, chaotic, good. They both have neutral. Where's neutral? Neutral. And then this one is lawful, chaotic, and this one is evil and good. Apparently, I'm chaotic good. Hard to disagree, but let me know what you guys think my alignment is. Lawful evil, a little closer. Here's one for weather. Overcast. This one actually would be useful if you were doing like at one of those Kingmaker style ones where you're like randomly players are like exploring, so you could do like, okay, what is the weather today like? There's a disaster. There's a tornado coming. Players, you better figure out what to do. Here's one for monster types. Magical beast, outsider, the undead. Yep, undead if it'll focus. Undead, giant or monstrous humanoids, animal or vermin. Oh, there's a beholder representing aberration. Yeah, it's hard to see some of the words on this. My camera doesn't want to focus on them. Here's one for if your players are wandering through a dungeon. Death ray trap. Oh, that's nice. Fireball trap. Arrow trap. Blade trap. I love the little pictures here. The little dude cut in half. Here's a dude being melted by an acid spray. Here's a dude in quicksand. This poor little stick figure. Death ray. Here he's getting zapped through. Crushing trap. Pit trap. Pit trap. Here's one. It's got treasure generator. Art. Coin. Wait, no. That's not coins. Mundane items. There's coin right there. Boom. Coin. Art. Where are you? Magical item. Gem. This one's actually kind of neat. I got this from a board game. I don't even think I have the board game anymore. This is a D4 shaped like a D12. That way, it's not a caltrop anymore. Well, let's see here. Here's one that's got the continents on it. Africa. And then you go over here, it's got pictures. Like, that's Antarctica, I think. Nope, South America. My bad. I'm looking at it through the camera, and yeah. There's Europe right there. I like this one. This is D10. This is my favorite D10. Which commandment am I breaking today? Do not perjure yourself. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Honor the Sabbath. Hey, I'm technically working on a Sunday, so. Yep, there's 10 commandments. This one's got religious symbols from various. There's Yggdrasil. I think that's a Celtic symbol. That's Shinto. Not sure what that one is, honestly. There is one from Judaism and an Ankh for Egyptian. I love this die. This is one of my favorite dice. And the last weird one I have to show you is faith, prudence, charity. It's not going to give me any good ones. There, boom, good ones. Anger, greed, sloth, pride, envy, gluttony, lust. Yep, it's got the 7 saintly virtues and the 7 deadly sins. I have next our collection of D6s I have that I just are kind of neat. I have these two. These are all these that I'm about to share are what we call table breakers because they're extremely heavy. And if you really like throw these on a table with any force, they might chip themselves to the table. Yeah, these are two D6s that are chiseled from very stone. This one's actually infamous in my group. This is our bronze D6. It has appeared and disappeared so many times. It's not funny. I normally use this when we're playing. I use this to represent myself on like a map. So like if we're playing, you know, it's like, okay, this is my character right here. There he is. And then then we'll lose it, and no one will be able to find it, and it'll just show up one day. Probably 15 years I've had this one, and yeah, it just keeps disappearing and reappearing. I don't even know where I got it. I think I just found it somewhere, and it's just kind of been in my possessions on and off since. Yeah, this die, it's a ghost sometimes. It makes an appearance when it wants to. This next two are the table breakingest table breakers that's ever broken a table. My wife's Fred, her son, was practicing getting to like metalworking and like welding and stuff. So he took pieces of aluminum and made me these custom aluminum D6s, and you can tell just from the standard dice size. Let me find the standard 6-sider. The difference in size. But like these are unique. These are custom. No one has a pair of D6s like these. I'm gonna tell you right now, these suckers will break your table. They are heavy. Because they are not hollow. They are solid. Like, just to feel them, they are solid pieces of aluminum. And just to take it off, I've got a set of really nice, fancy dice. I've never rolled these ones. They actually stay in their case. They are a Christmas present from my wife's mother, my mother-in-law. Last year, actually. And these are just these kind of, and they're really pretty. These ones are metal too, table breakers as well. But they're just a set of metal dice that have like this really pretty flower pattern. And look here, see, boom, sharp. If you stepped on this, I think you would just die of pain. Like, for real. These are these are sharp. Like holding them, you can feel the sharpness of the tips. Okay, get the percentile out. Come here, percentile. Just Yep. But anyway, that's just, there you go, guys. I know these are like very popular on within the D&D community, these little dice tours. But yep, those are just some of the weird, cool, pretty dice that I own. I might do a part 2 one day, but at the moment, this is pretty much, like, there's the case. Heck, what is it? But anyway, yep. I will see you guys next week. Bye.